All right. Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Baseball Replay Journal. It's time for more Diamond Mine baseball action with 1949. We have the Athletics of the Senators for you. And without any further ado, let's get this game kicked off. And here we are at Griffith Stadium, where the 0-6 Senators are hosting the Philadelphia Athletics. As you can imagine, this is not exactly necessarily the game that I wanted you to show, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm trying to come up with a better schedule for showing some of these games, and as we will see in the future, as Valo there gets walked to lead it off for the Athletics. As we'll see in the near future, we're probably going to wind up with sort of a backlog of games for video if all goes the way that I would like. Fulmer surprises everybody there, twisting and twirling and falling down almost there on the grass to make that catch on Eddie Yost, one away, runner on first base. The computer sends Valo with the pitch to Chapman, and that was a foul ball, and now Chapman takes the ball, 1-1 the count. And 2-1 now. My apologies, by the way, as I talk through this, as this count is now 2-2, as I have a cold today. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but we'll see how it goes. Chapman getting the base on balls. That's not the way for it to start for Washington and for Calvert, but we'll see how it's going. Ferris Fain now up, not even hitting 100. That's going to change over time, as it always does, thanks to the wonderful world of sample size. And of course, if Calvert just walks everybody on the Philadelphia Athletics, this is going to be a pretty long video. A little bit of a pop fly ball to center field. Paul gets lucky there that that ball's not hit deep enough to score the run. 2 outs now, and let's see if Philadelphia can get at least one in. 2-0 now the count to Hank Majeski, and now it's 3-0. And Calvert, Paul, baby, you got to throw a strike. There's the strike, 3-1, and he's walked in the run. And just like that, without really doing anything, no hits for the Athletics, and they have a 1-0 lead. And now the count is 2-1. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? 3-1 the count now. And there's a little ground ball on the left side that goes by Dente. It's short. And we'll see if we can get Fain coming around to score. And they do get him. He's out of the plate. And that's a pretty good play there by our catcher, who's able to... Actually, let's see if we can figure out. It is Evans who's the catcher. My apologies, because we just switched sides. He's able to make the play despite Fain trying to slide around him and do one of those, real fancy slides and pull his hand out and grab as much of the plate as he can. And with that, it's only a 2-0 lead for Philadelphia. It could be a lot worse. My goodness, these Washington Senators. Now, I'm going to tell you that I have access, as Yost grounds out to short, one away. 1-0 the pitch on Robinson. I have access to the complete Washington Star archives for not just, how about that? Home run for Eddie Robinson. And all of a sudden, just like that, it's a 2-1 ball game. That was a little bit surprising. I have access to the Washington Star for not only 1949, but really for its entire history through the library system here in the Washington, D.C. area. It would be very interesting to read what they have to say about the Senators team that was really bad in real life. I just haven't had the time to do it yet. I tell you, the number of projects that you could do if you had the time are almost infinite, especially with games like this. And so we'll see what we can do as we move forward. There's a little fly ball, by the way, for Fulmer, 2 away now for Washington, runner on first base. We'll see as we go forward what we can get done. 1-1 now the pitch to Evans, who had that excellent play to stop the bleeding in the top of the first. Now, that excellent play is only going to be excellent, though, if Evans strikes out, so much for that. It's only going to be excellent if Paul Calvert can throw strikes, and he hasn't shown his ability to do that so far with 4 walks in 1 inning. 1-2 now the count on Mike Guerra, who promptly hits a double to open up the inning. And here comes Joe Coleman, the Philadelphia pitcher. Fouls one off to the left and looks to strike 2. And he hits one deep into right field. Lewis catches it for the out. Guerra moves over to third base. And the Philadelphia Athletics are once again challenging, and they are showing that ability potentially to score and to turn this into another big inning. Now the count to Elmer Valo is 3-1, and I bet Paul loses him. Yep. And there you have it, 5th walk of the game for Paul Calvert. And we're not going to throw home. We're just going to go over this double play. And Juiced beats it out. Eddie beats it out, and another run scores, 3-1 Philadelphia. Remember, it's the Athletics who are supposed to be turning all the double plays on the base paths. 2-1 now the pitch to Sam Chapman. And he fouls one off, and it's 2-2 pitch now, and not able to get that backdoor strike. Full count now on Chapman, and he strikes out swinging. And on we go to the bottom of the second inning. And Kozar has a little ground ball, a little dink over to the pitcher, and that's an easy out. 1 away, and now Dente hits a ground ball to second, 2 away now, and Buddy Lewis comes up, not hitting much. That's the way that is with these Senators. 1-2 now the pitch to Lewis, 2-2 now on him, and a little foul ball, nothing doing. 3-2 now the count, and maybe Joe Coleman will lose him. Now Lewis still fighting off with foul balls, and hits a little ground ball to short, and that does it. Top of the third inning now, and here comes Ferris Fain again. Still looking for something resembling a base hit, good on base percentage, and we're not going to give him anything to hit, are we? Let's see if Paul can throw another strike. Nope. Walk number 6. Walk number 6. I was about to say with that last at-bat for us that with all those foul balls and stuff, this is one of actually the concerns that we have with Diamond Mine as Moses hits a ground ball to center field for base hit. One of the concerns that we have is all these foul balls, which represent the game of baseball maybe over the last 20 or 30 years. But I have a feeling that in 1949, that's not the way that it really was. Wild pitch now on Calvert, as that's ball 3 on Hank Majeski. Calvert's not going to last long in this game, and he gets a strike across, but there's ball 4. Walk number 7. And if you want to know why I'm not running to the bullpen, this is the reason why. You see all of these numbers? Yeah, these are all of the times that these players have appeared in games. We need to get 100 pitches out of Calvert, and I'm going to get 100 pitches out of him even if this game's a blowout, because this is ridiculous. We can't have, hours and hours of bullpen work every single time up. And, of course, there is a base hit to the gap in right center field. We're going to throw the ball desperately to the plate, and Suter winds up with a double that scores 2. The score now is 6-1, and it's quickly getting out of hand. Calvert, if you look at him in the regular year, wasn't giving up that many walks per inning. It was about a walk every other inning, wasn't it? But so far in this replay, he's given up 10 bases on balls in 8 innings. And he looks absolutely awful today, and he's about to walk another one. And no, it ends up being a line drive hit straight to Fulmer, and we're going to try to get Suter at third, and we're unsuccessful at doing so. And here comes Joe Coleman. Throw strikes, Paul. 0-1 now, the count on him. 1-1, you got to throw strikes, Paul. And there's a strike that Coleman almost gets around on. And he gets him for the strikeout, and it's only 6-1. It could be worse. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just the second out. I thought that was the third out. How about that? And so now we've got to worry about Elmer Valo, who has a 1-1 count on him. I tell you, if we could just pitch to the pitcher every at-bat, we'd be doing fine, wouldn't we? Little infield hit by Valo as Eddie Robinson decided to let that one roll, and it stayed fair. 7-1 the score now. And on it goes. 2-0 now the pitch, 2-1 now, and Eddie juiced. 2-2 now on him. And that's a sinker missing inside. Is a full count again, and Paul just can't throw a strike. He can't throw a strike. I want to get 100 pitches out of him. I want to see how far we can go into this game with him, but I'm worried that we might not be able to get out of the third inning. And that scores another one. 8-1 now is the score. I know this is pitcher abuse, but we have to get somebody who can eat up innings. And if you made this mess, man, you got to get yourself out of it. And Calvert with another walk. Has 9 walks in this game. Have you ever had a game like this? 9 walks. Let me know in the comments, those of you who are replayers. I know you're out there. Have you ever had a game where the pitcher threw 9 walks in 3 innings? This is a little bit ridiculous, and he walked in another run. 10 walks now on him. I'll give him 4 more pitches. I'm pretty stubborn. I'm more stubborn. I'll be stubborn longer than he can walk, guys. I'll tell you that. And 1-2 now the pitch on Majeski. I swear that there were 2 outs before, not 1. But that's just me seeing things with this cold that I have. And guess who's up to the plate? Calvert is up. The reason why we left him in so long is because naturally we wanted to have Sherry Robertson come in to pinch hit for him. Calvert doesn't even get an at-bat in this game. There was 100 pitches in 3 innings and walks 10. that's the way that it goes sometimes, I suppose. And if we had anybody at Griffith Stadium for this game, they've long since gone home. This is a good one for the kids to come to because I'm pretty sure that the ushers would be more than happy to let you in so that it at least looks like there's a crowd. My goodness, the Senators are going to go to 0-7, and they're looking pretty bad here. Robinson with a little infield hit. Robinson having a good game now, 2 for 2 today, and we'll see how this goes. Hey, maybe Washington can score if he runs here early on. 0-2 now the pitch to Stewart, and he takes the ball. Bud having a good season so far. A little pop-up, though. Foul, another foul. And Stewart looks at that breaking pitch for strike 3, and they're 2 away now here in the bottom of the 8th. That brings up Clyde Fulmer, who takes 2 quick balls. And now it's 3-0, the count on him. And 4 straight balls he's on, and that's the second walk for Joel Coleman. 2 walks I can understand. 10 is a little bit extreme. 1-1 now the pitch on Al Evans. And it takes the ball up high. 2-1 now the count on him. And hits a foul ball, a little bit of a home run try, but just not quite straight enough. 2-2 the count still. Here we are again with the foul balls, always with the foul balls. And like I've said, that's the big weakness that Diamond Mine has with these older seasons, too many foul balls. Now, we don't have any way of testing that as Coleman does walk Evans in to make this a 9-2 game. Maybe it's something about the umpires today. I don't know. We don't have any good way of testing that because we don't have a lot of pitch-by-pitch data for seasons like 1949. Oh, my goodness. Stunning catch by Chapman to take away what would have been a Grand Slam home run and any chance that we had of making this one interesting. Velteroth is going to come in. I don't know if he has necessarily the stamina to come in, but we need somebody. And we'll sort of see what happens from there. Stunning catch by Chapman with the bases loaded. And we'll move on from there, top of the 4th inning. 4th appearance of the season already for Velteroth. 6-3 on that putout. I'm not sure how many appearances he had in real life. We'll go and check it out. I'm going to say we're going to chase it as I watch Lewis chasing that ball into right field, but he chases it down for an out. 52 appearances in the regular season. How much do you want to bet we surpass that in this replay? The way that these Senators are playing is going to be a lot of action in the bullpen, I'll tell you that. 3-1 now, the count on Joel Coleman, and we popped him up, and we give up a little single on a pop fly, an infield fly that Kozar couldn't find for some reason. I guess he lost it in the sun. I don't know. I don't know with this team what's going on, what's happening. 2-1 now, the count on Valo, and there's a little ground ball. And we get out of that inning without any more damage, fortunately. Dente with a little pop foul. 1-1 the pitch on him now. Now it's 1-2. Bounced off the mound and 6-3 on the putout, and there's 1 away. And here comes Buddy Lewis. Strike 1 to Lewis. 0-2 on him now. And there's ball 1 to him. Ball 2. Another foul ball. Line drive, base hit into left field. So something is happening there. What do you think? You think we should bunt with Velteroth? We're going to let him just swing away. Might as well. We're not bunting down 9-2. That's ridiculous. 1-2 now the pitch on Velteroth. And he held up there. Fortunately, didn't strike out yet. Full count of the pitcher now. We've had a couple of those so far today. I don't know if this in-game announcer hasn't been paying much attention, has he? And a little pop fly there to Valo on left. I mean, at least it wasn't a double play, right? Remember, we're facing off against the 1949 Athletics. This is the team that defined double plays. 3-0 the pitch now on Youst, and there's another walk. It's got to be the umpire. Surely it's the umpire. Surely it's not the pitchers that are throwing poorly. 0-2 now the pitch to Eddie Robinson, 2 for 2 today, and he fouls another one off. And he lines a fastball in the right center field. I was going to say again with these foul balls that though as the run scores, 1st and 3rd now with 2 outs for Bud Stewart. Though we don't have play-by-play, we do have copies of radio broadcasts from this era, from this season and some of the surrounding seasons. You can listen to them, and you won't find in those any of these at-bats with foul after foul after foul. There's a little line drive, and that ends that inning for Washington. You won't find this foul after foul after foul thing. Man, Eddie Youst gets a double off the scoreboard. Lewis made a desperate jump for that. We're lucky that didn't turn into a triple. And here comes Sam Chapman now. And the Athletics are just teeing off against our pitching staff. As I've said before, this is a much better Athletics team than you would think. A lot of people think about the Philadelphia Athletics from this era being sort of like Connie Mack's, octogenarian years. Actually, he put out some pretty good teams here in the late 40s. Chapman beats that one out for an infield hit, and Ferris Fain is back up, and this might end up being a big inning, boys and girls. We'll see what happens. Ferris Fain now with 3 walks today. 1-0 quickly on him. And boy, I mean, he hits that one deep to right, trying to get all of his frustrations out on that fly ball. Does score the run, but doesn't get the hit. 10-3 now. And there's a little ground ball to first base. They get one at second, but we can't get the second one at first. 2 away now for Majewski again, as Moses moves off first base. And there's a triple for Majewski as that ball slips in right between our outfielders. And my goodness, I mean, it's been that sort of season so far. This, as I said before, is going to make it an 0-7 start for the season for the hapless Washington Senators. I don't think that the 1949 Senators necessarily belong on the list of the worst teams of all time. But I will tell you that this start does not have me thinking that this is a team that's going to go long ways. This is not the way to win friends and influence people, I'll tell you that. 1-1 now, the pitch on Suter, and there's another base hit and another run scored, and Walter Ross ERA is going into the stratosphere until he can get somebody out. 1-2 now, the pitch on Guerra. Now it's 2-2. A little ground ball to short, and it looks like Suter is called out, despite the fact that the throw was late and he slid too early and never reached the bag. I'm trying to visualize this one. So we've got a throw that arrives late, but the runner's never at the bag. So how's the throw late? Whatever. That ends the side for the top of the 5th inning. On we go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 now, the pitch to Volmer, and now it's 2-1. Clyde Volmer coming up here, hitting .250. 3-1 now, the count on him. The walks in 1949 are ridiculous, as you can see. 3-2 now, the pitch on him. And Volmer with another foul ball. And another foul ball. And as I've said before, and I'll say over and over again, there are too many foul balls here. The thing is not set up correct for 1949. And it's unfortunate because in Diamond Mind, the pitch count is really the thing that tells you how long the pitcher lasts in the game. So Fulmer finally gets a little ground ball to first base, and that's 1 away after fouling off about 10 pitches. 2-1 now, and I mean, we're looking at 100-plus pitches already for Joe Coleman, who is not great in terms of his stamina. And it's another full count. Evans strikes out on that. Alcozar is now the next one up, and he gets a little base hit to right field. And now we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nothing going. All of the strategies kind of gone out of the window as the score is now 12-3 for these hapless Senators. A little fly ball there to Chapman. He runs that one down. On we go to the top of the 6th. Wicked smash by Coleman over to Eddie Yost, who picks that one off. 1 away. Looks like the computer's going to stick with Coleman, but I mean, is he going to get 200 pitches today or what? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. 3-0 another pitch on Vallo, 3-1, but we'll see if Dick loses him, and he does, and there's yet another walk. Vallo, though, that's his first time he's been walked today, I believe, is what that play-by-play told me. You can go back and correct me if you want. Now we walk Eddie Juice because we don't like playing life on easy mode. We want to do it hard mode here. That's the Washington Senator way. 1 ball on Chapman. Fouls that one off. 1-1 the pitch now. And now it's 2-1 to Sam Chapman. 2-2. We want to, he gets a fly ball to center field, stays within the park, and here comes Ferris Fain, who's the only Athletic who's been hitting poorly so far this season. It's not going to last forever, but this may have a detrimental impact on his ability to hit .263 like he did in real life. He gets a little pop fly to the shortstop, and that does that. Walter Ross coming up next. We're going to take him out when he comes up for his turn at bat. 2-0 now the pitch on Buddy Lewis, 2-1, and we care a lot about the strategy, try to get this runner on and play some small ball. What do you think? Down 12-3. Majewski with a nice play at third base on that ground ball. It's a good thing he has that good play for a critical game like that. I'm hitting the defense button. I'm already ready to put the new pitcher in. Who needs to pinch hit? And we're going to have Gil Colin come in to pinch hit. I know we could try for a Defani in because we've already used him 3 times this season. He's 0 for 3. So much for his batting average of 1,000 in real life. I knew that was going to happen because these Diamond Mine seasons, the way that the more recent seasons are created in a way so that those guys who are extreme outliers don't hurt you as much as they would with older Diamond Mine seasons. So keep that in mind when you buy it and play in your draft league. You can't do all the cheap stuff that you used to be able to do with Diamond Mine. That's pretty good. It's good that they move along like this. Yost grounds that or slashes that one to third base. Majewski grabs it. That's out number 3. And we're going to put Forrest Thompson in so he can get more reps because we're all about giving our young players reps. Is he young? Is he old? I don't know. I imagine he's young with the Connie Mack team. No, 31 years old. Well, I spoke too soon. He might be an older one. Connie Mack, as you know, if you read the biographies of Connie Mack, and I strongly recommend that as we give up another base hit, double this time to Moses, Connie Mack was a big fan of using young players. In fact, he was the sort of guy who would go over a fly ball to Fulmer for the first out. He was the sort of guy who would go out to the sandlots and try to pick up the local kids, and see if he had a good pitcher there or maybe a star hitter or something that he could throw into a major league game. That helps explain a lot of the Philadelphia Athletic transactions that make no sense and that have all of us who do research scratching our heads, wondering who in the world this person is and who he really was. Suter with a base hit. He's 4 for 5 now today, and man, those highlights for the Philadelphia Athletics are really adding up, aren't they? Mike Guerrero now, and we're kind of putting this one on autopilot if you haven't noticed already, with the score 12-3 and the Athletics threatening yet again. 2-2 now, and Guerrero can't believe it, and there's strike 3. What a clutch strikeout here for Thompson. That gives us a chance to actually score some runs and maybe get back into this one. Joe Coleman's going to stay in the game. The computer manager is treating this one the same way that I am, that's for sure, thinking 12-3. Let's just run out the string on this. Pitch 127 now from Coleman, and it's 3-0 and Eddie Robinson, who fouls one back. And now it's 3-2, a pitcher's strike. And then Robinson's now only 3 for 4 today. Kind of a wasted outing here for Eddie. Stewart now with 1-1 pitch coming to him. Now it's 2-1, close pitch, called the ball. 2-2 now the count on him. And 3-2, he runs that one full, and now we have foul ball o'clock. And we'll see how long this lasts. And Stewart works out that walk. What a clutch walk by him. We really needed that single base hitter, Stewart. Way to go. 1-1 now the pitch to Fulmer. 1-2 now on him. And hit by pitch as Fulmer's hit on the foot. Joe Coleman's starting to fall apart here a little bit in the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's see if we can do some damage and try to get ourselves back into this ball game. And he's going to walk another one. He's going to walk Al Evans, and he does. And here comes Al Kozar coming in. And, boy, he rips that one out of the third base line, just foul. And now there's another foul ball. 0-2 now the pitch on him. 1-2, and I don't know why Kozar is even swinging the bat. Just stand there, buddy. 3-2 now the pitch to him. And he hits a line drive to left field. We're not going to send anybody. We're just going to play it safe here. Might as well. It scores now 12-4. No need to get yourself too worked up. And a little pop fly. That's only the second out of the inning. We're going to try for third on this one. Let's be a little bit aggressive. Evans does make it to third. 12-5 the score now with Buddy Lewis coming up. If we get to the pitcher, do we pinch hit for him? Well, we'll never know because we didn't, and now the score is still 12-5. Now, Thompson starts off Velo with 2 quick strikes, 0-2. And a little ground ball to a first, and Forrest gets the first man out. Now, Juiced up here now, 1-1 now the count to him. And 1-2, Evans does a good job of selling that one because, that was a critical strike as always. Full count now. It would be nice as Juiced gets a double. It would be nice if the play-by-play would change and could recognize that the game's a blowout instead of telling you about all of the real close and this was close, that was close things that happened in the game. We get out of the inning, a little ground ball to short. Nothing happening after that double. we will pinch hit for Thompson. Let's give Jay Defani another chance. Why not? I looked him up. I think he's still on the roster through May, so there's a chance that the transaction might be a little bit inaccurate, that he might not have been on the roster in real life this early. You never know with the Philadelphia Athletics. Things are difficult. I've done transactional research before as a 2-2 pitch comes into him, and he just hits a little pop fly 0 for 4 now in his career. And here comes Eddie Yost. It's hard to tell with the Philadelphia Athletics sometimes the way that Connie Mack would manage these teams and manage his rosters, and it can be difficult because there's no newspaper that tells you, every single time that some other guy came onto the roster that you'd never heard of before. It can be difficult to do the transactional research. Coleman walks the 7th man of the game, and they finally put in a pinch hitter or a relief pitcher for him, Carl Scheib, as Yost works out that walk. And I mean, I'm telling you, we might be able to get back in this one. Don't close that barn door just yet. 2-0 now the pitch on Eddie Robinson. Anyway, it's hard to tell with some of these transactions. Like I said, I've done the work before. Robinson with his second home run of the season and second of the ball game, and now it's 12-7. I told you, we're inching back bit by bit. I don't know. I'm telling you, this is a much closer game than it looks. 0-2 now the pitch on Stewart. Scheib throws a ball, and now ball 2. And now it's 3-2. Way to work it, Bud. And there's ball 4 for Bud Stewart, and up comes Bubba Harris now to pitch. And we're starting to work through these Athletics pitchers. This is a little surprising. And there's almost a wild pitch by Bubba coming into this game. Little bit of a wild pitch there, and we're lucky that Stewart's able to move up without being thrown out. 3-0 now the count on Fulmer, and he swings. I should have told him not to swing. 3-2 now. Fouls the one off his foot. In under the hands, ball 4, and we have something going again, and it is the third pitching change of the inning. Is that right? Wilson now. We started off with Joel Coleman, 1, 2, 3. So this is pitcher number 4 of the inning, third pitching change of this inning, as the Athletics just can't get anybody out, and it's 1-0 now is the count on Evans, and now it's a 2-0 count on him, and now the count is 3-0. And Wilson is swinging. Evans is swinging. And Wilson now loads the bases after getting one swinging strike. And here comes Alcozar once again trying to do something. 1 out is all that there is. And there's a 2-0 pitch coming on him. 2-1 now. I tell you, the Diamond Mind gods must have been looking at this Twitter thread I've been engaging in talking about the 1949 season and the problems that Appa had with too many walks. I wonder if Diamond Mind has the same problem. We're going to find out in this replay. It's only starting now. And there's that double play to get out of the inning. And so much for that. That's all she wrote. I'm sorry to tell you, but there's no more than that. Milo Candini is going to come into pitch. Pitched quite a bit a couple days ago, but we're going to put him in again. Might as well. And here's another one of those little advertisements, one for fresh bread from the Wonder Bread factory on South Street Northwest over in Washington, D.C. I didn't know that Wonder Bread had a factory back in the 1940s. Very, very interesting to look through as I go through and pause things quickly to grab a little bit of play-by-play goodness for us. Apologies for the little bit of typing sound. Hopefully you can't hear too much noise as we move forward. And now we'll go along with the 1 out there, top of the 9th inning. There's a little pop-up, and that one goes out of play. 1-1 the pitch now, lifted to right field. Lewis grabs that for the 2nd out. Let's get him out, boys. Strike 1 there on Pete Suter. And 1-1 now the pitch on him. There's another strike, 1-2, and Candini's next pitch is fouled off. Another one fouled off. And there's strike 3, and we get out of that inning. And so here we are at the bottom of the 9th, down by 5. Do you think it can happen? I mean, do you believe in miracles? This would be one heck of a miracle. A little ground ball to short, or to second, so it's not happening there. Here comes Buddy Lewis. And we're going to pinch hit, of course, here in a second. Palm ball misses, but the next one is grounded to short. That's 2 away, and we don't have much left. We're going to put Simmons in instead of putting in our backup catcher. And about ready to play taps here on Washington. About to go to 0-7, but boy, we really gave this one a try, didn't we? Simmons gets the base hit with 2 outs. Simmons now hitting very well this season, 3 for 4 so far with 4 different pinch hitting appearances, it looks like. Hey, maybe we should look into starting him instead. Used with the base hit, we're going to play it safe here with Simmons. 1 run doesn't mean anything here. We need 5, so we need to get we need to somehow have 5 men on base. Robinson now 1-0. Now it's 2-0 on Eddie. 2-1 now. Eddie with 2 home runs so far today. Robinson hits a single into left field. With 2 outs, we'll send both runners. Let's see what happens. They're throwing home. We're going to keep Robinson there at first base. Simmons is underneath. It scores easily. Robbins is 5 for 6 now. Hit 11 on the game for Washington. And man, I tell you, is the wind blowing out? It's blowing right to left, so it's not blowing out. I don't know what's going on today, man. Maybe someone put something in someone's Ovaltine. I don't know. 1-1 the pitch now, and that one's fouled by Bud, and he hits a little fly ball, and that is the end of that game. And boy, that was an amazing game, wasn't it? Well, if you liked that, as always, please subscribe. We'll have one of these videos for you every day. Hit the like button again if you liked it. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you would have done. Did I manage the game wrong? Should I have done something differently? Just let me know what you think about it, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.